Okay, now we're going to demonstrate how to operate the source spray tester. Okay, first, we have to plug in the power source. Then second, we have to connect the compressed air to the pressure regulator. Okay, then we have to set the pressure to 2 kg per centimeter. Then lock it. Okay, now we switch on the machine. Right, just switch on this switch, and now you can see there are 3 different of LED is lighting on, which means 3 different of operating chamber is lack of water. Okay, the first LED light on meaning that the first operating chamber is lack of water. This is Corrosion. Okay, so after we fill in the water, the light will be switched off. And now we pour in some water until it reaches a certain level. You can see the light is starting to switch off after we pour in some water at the main chamber. Okay, so the water is enough. Okay, the second LED, this is represent of the salt water chamber. Okay, this is a place for us to pour in the salt water. Okay, now we're going to mix up the salt, which is called as the sodium chloride, to the clean water. Okay, the beaker given is with capacity of 5 liters. So we have to mix out with the ratio of 500 grams of salt equal to 9.5 liters of clean water. Okay, assuming that we already pour in the salt and mix out the salt water, and now we're going to pour the salt water into the salt chamber. So this is the portion that we have to pour in. Okay, so this chamber is actually ring through to the chamber which I indicate over here, and this is a salt water as well. So in case we want to make it faster, we can straight away pour the water through here until it reaches a certain level of water levels. So the light, LED light will switch off. You are recommended to fill in the salt water as much as possible because it will help during we want to run for long operating testing for sample. And now you can see the second LED is already light off, meaning the water level has reached out the requirement minimum standard level. Okay, this is a third chamber we need to fill in with water. So when we want to pour in water, first we have to open up the valve by just turning to this way. Now we started to pour in the water until the LED light becomes light off. Okay, now the third LED is light off, which means the water is filled enough. So we now have to close the valve. Okay, now we have to pour in water into this ditch just for purpose to eliminate the source inside to burst out to outside, and also to eliminate the outside pressure influence the inside operation. Okay, now we can turn on the second switch. Okay, now we can see there are 2 temperature controllers. Okay, for the left controller is actually to control the temperature over the first chamber. Okay, for the right controller is actually to control the temperature over the pressure chamber, which is built inside the machine. The 24 and 25 is the current temperature of each chamber. The default setting of the temperature is 35 degrees Celsius for first chamber, 47 degrees Celsius for the pressure chamber. Okay, now I'm going to show how we put on sample inside the testing chamber. After put on the sample, we close the cover. Okay, now we switch on the spray function. Okay, now we pull out the regulator by turning clockwise to increase the pressure up to 2 kg per centimeter. Okay, the pressure reached up to 2 kg. Okay, we just press the switch to lock the positions. Okay, now we open out the chamber and see. Okay, you can see the spray start function after the pressure is loaded. Okay, we actually can set the salt volume that required of our testing standards by just adjusting the height of this tower. If you require to run for 1 ml per hour of salt, you have to adjust the tower to be higher positions. However, if you want to run for 2 ml per hour of salt, and this is the position, just nice. Okay, come to the last stage. Now we have to set the timer for our operating hours. Okay, we may just select either we want to run for seconds, minutes or hours by pressing these buttons. Okay, we can adjust the digit by just press this button from 1 to 9 by sequence. Okay, after set we put the cap on, and now we can switch on the timer functions.